All right, so today we'll be looking at something a bit controversial, which is a conversation that I get into often with a couple of diaspora clients. You know, at times we are in a conversation and then the client will tell you, Abiu, see, I just want to buy that property. Real estate in Nigeria is not even a good investment anyway. You get so in this episode and in this video, we'll actually be looking at it. If real estate in Nigeria for Nigerians in diaspora is a good investment or a bad investment. You know, we have got people that bought land, bought houses here in Nigeria, and then they tell you, really, it's not really an investment, it's a bad investment. I could have done this, I could have done that, you know. So, in case you are coming across a video like this for the first time, this is Meet the Property channel, and this will discuss everything real estate for Nigerians here, Nigerians in diaspora, even people that are not really Nigerians, anyone that is interested in Nigeria real estate, either for business, for residential, for development. This is your go-to channel because this is the only channel that we discuss everything about analyzing the markets, about return on investment, about predictions, about everything really, about scams, frauds, minimizing risk, maximizing profits. We talk about everything here. So after watching this particular video, and I know you might have a different perspective to what I do, to what I have, which is understandable, and our comment is always open for that, for people to share their opinion and share their perspective, and everyone can share their different knowledge and share their different ideas. A lot of you guys have been doing money markets, I've been doing investments when I was in primary school, so some of you guys understand these things even far more than I do. So we have different places that you can also watch after this. You have playlists on land documents, about return on investment and so on, and you are definitely going to learn from this. So let's go to the controversial parts. For Nigerians in and abroad, if you are in UK, you are in US, you are in Europe, you are in UAE, you are in South Africa, and you are investing back here in Nigeria, you are investing in Nigeria real estate, is it a good investment or is it a bad investment? All right, so before you go straight into the video, if this is your first video, this is your third video, this is your fifth video, or you've been watching numerous of our videos and you are not subscribed yet, we really see, you can decide not to comment, you can decide not to like, but I really want you to subscribe, and that's because of what we do, that's because of the kind of content that we do also. We definitely are going to get a content that's going to get your attention and you don't want to miss it. So you have subscribed already also, because some of you guys have subscribed and then for a while, maybe months, weeks, you are not going to see any of our content, is because you are not getting notification as you are dropping them. So subscribe, turn on the notification button as it's showing on the screen. Turn on the notification button so that as you are dropping this content, immediately you get a notification on your phone that social content is available and you can watch it as it is hot. So all right, so let's go into the controversial part right now. So if I'm earning in dollars and I'm earning in pounds and I'm not based here in Nigeria, I'm based wherever I am globally, am I going to invest in Nigeria and make profits if I'm buying real estate here? Is it a good investment? Is it a bad investment? Because I've got this over and over again, and I realize that it's high time that I talk about this if you are a Nigerian in abroad and you are buying real estate. All right, so although I've also always mentioned this on my channel, that if you are not earning in Naira and you are buying real estate in Nigeria, you don't have a choice. You just have to go long term. That's the only way that you are not going to be having headache and checking the currency exchange every time. And because I said this a couple of times, some people don't get it, so we are going to do the maths and we are really going to look at it if it's actually work. Now, so we'll be looking at, we are currently in 2023, so we'll be looking at 23 years ago. That's year 2000. So we'll be looking at 13 years ago. That's 2010, and then you will also be looking at the current year, that's 2023. So year 2000, year 2010, year 2023. As we all know, we had different dollar rates at these periods. So I took my time, went online and looked at the dollar rates as at these different periods. So In year 2000, sorry, let me confirm that. So I don't want you guys to hold me responsible for some certain things. Okay. So we had this, a dollar was 86 naira in year 2000, and then year 2010 it was $1 to 154, and then currently a dollar is maybe, let's say, 1,200. All right, great. So 154, let me put this. All right, now we had some people that bought properties last year, 2022, maybe when the rate was like maybe around 7 something, even some bought at maybe when it was 6 something. So then we have people that bought in 2020, we have people that bought at 2021, we have people that bought at 2019. Now, if you look at this critically, most of our investors that complain about our exchange markets and our exchange rates currently, and talk about if it's a good investment or not, that people that started buying real estate from 2020. You see, all the people that have been buying real estate in Lagos or in Nigeria since the year 2010, and as long as they do not lose that property from this year 2010, from the year 2000, they will never complain to you about the Nigerian markets or exchange rates. That's because these are investments they have held it for 23 years. See, I can confidently tell you that any property that you buy in Lagos when the rate of dollar was 86 naira in year 2000, and you still have that property in your possession today, that property have gone above the exchange market. If you can calculate it, maybe you bought a land in year 2000 for 50,000. Calculate what 50,000 is in dollar. Look at the value of the property right now at 1,200. It will still be above. You are collecting rent of maybe 50,000 naira in year 2000. Year 2023, you can't collect 50,000. The minimum you'll be collecting in that apartment is like maybe 1.5 million or 1.2 million. It has rose above. So that's why, as long as your source of income is not in naira, anything that you are investing in Nigeria is long term. Just go long term. If you like yourself, go long term. By the time it's 15-20 years, your investment will become immune to whatever this exchange rate is doing. People that have bought real estate in 2000, 2004, 2005, 2009, 2010, right now a lot of them don't even care whatever the exchange rate is. They don't even know, because their investments are become immune to this. Now let's look at something more interesting. So now let's look at the numeric value versus the purchasing value of money. I talked about this in one of my videos too before. Now, every currency in the world depreciates, even dollar. Every currency, as long as that currency is being printed and is owned by people and is being exchanged, it depreciates. Now, in the past couple of months now, a lot of people have been clamoring for and advising people and advertising people that save in dollar, save in dollar. If you don't want your naira to be losing value, save in dollar, save in dollar. Yeah, you should. If you are in Nigeria, you are earning in naira, you should save in dollars. However, saving in dollars is never a long-term strategy. Never, and never will be. You should only save in dollars for funds that you are going to need, let's say within 1 year, within 6 months, within 3 months, or max within 2 years. Because the value of that dollar too, the purchasing value of that dollar too, is also coming down. That's the truth, to be frank with you. So, and that's why we are looking at it here. Numeric value versus purchasing value. So, numeric value of a money is a currency in numbers. 1,000 naira. 1,000 naira a naira in 1,000 places, that's 1,000 naira, that's numeric value. A naira in 1 million places, that's 1 million naira, that's numeric value. A naira in 1 billion places, that's numeric value. Now, the purchasing value of that money is now what can that money buy? Or pick that money, I go to the market with it. What can that money buy? That's the purchasing value of money. It applies to every currency. Either it's dollars, it's naira, it's pounds, every currency. They have their purchasing value. So that's why at times you can have naira in 1 million places, high numeric value. Then pounds in 10,000 places, lower numeric value. But in terms of purchasing, when you want to buy something in the market, the pounds in 10,000 places can now buy more than the naira in 1 million places. That's purchasing value. Now, when I look at this critically, from the year 2000 to the year 2003, I will now look at the purchasing value of dollar in the year 2000 in our economy. In Nigeria economy. You look at the purchasing value of dollar, and then in still that same our economy, you look at the purchasing value of dollar in 2023, you are going to see that it's not the same. What you can do with maybe $5,000 or $2,000 in year 2000, when you look at it in year 2023, you can't do the same. It has also lost some value too. Even if you look at it between just 2010 to 2023, what you can do with dollar when it was this and when you can do with dollar when it was this is not the same too. You get now? So that's why you should understand all these differences. Is very, very important. Is very, very important. Now, among the reasons why the purchasing value of every currency in the world is always being affected or always drop down, always depreciates, is because of inflation. And if you look at it critically, inflation is also still somehow a result of we human beings, basically. Now, let me give you a very simple example. Now, in the year 2000, it's almost impossible for anyone to build a house in Lagos and say that the price tag of that house is $1 million in the year 2000, because it's a whole lot of money. How many people have $1 million? But right now, in 2023, $1 million house in Lagos is very common. Enter Ikoyi, they even give you a 3-bed or a 4-bed for $1 million. Enter Osakpa, there's a $1 million in a house in Osakpa. And why is happening like this? And it will still continue happening, because give this another maybe 10 years, $1 million house in Lagos will become common. Like it will even be basic. $1 million house is plenty now, because the more money people have, the more people will start creating a product that can match or meet what they have. The day they create or they produce 1,000 naira is the day a product of 1,000 naira start becoming into the market. So the moment people start having $1 million, $2 million, that's the same day people will start producing products to match that particular amount or that match that particular wealth. And in terms of real estate, there will always be a real estate to match a particular wealth, because people will always want to store their money there instead of storing their money in the bank. So if $1 million or $500,000 or $300,000 look like a lot of money in Nigeria market here, trust me, in 3 or 4 years, particularly in the real estate market, it will look like a norm, because developers will start building houses. Developers will start creating models that are going to collect that money from your hand once, not like twice, once. There's even $2 million houses. There's $3 million houses. Whereas by the year 2000, even $500,000 for a property of $500,000 in Lagos, you look at it, who will buy it? Because who have that kind of money? So the more money that is in circulation, the lower the value of that currency will be going. So that's why you can keep your money in dollars, you can keep your money in pounds, but in 10 years, 15 years time, even in our Nigerian market here, you are not getting richer. That's just the truth. And that's why all those excess pounds, all those excess dollars that you have, you want to store it in something that in the long term, regardless of the exchange rate, it will still keep up. And that's why you have to put it in real estate. Now, another argument can come in terms of, what about rentals? I'm collecting 1 million naira rent 2 years ago. I converted it to dollar, and then right now I'm collecting 1 million naira rent, and I converted it to dollar. Is peanuts. Trust me, if you are collecting cash flow real estate, and it's very likely that you are going to be collecting your cash flow real estate in naira also, the exchange rate will affect you. But again, that exchange or that effect on your cash flow real estate is also on the short term. Now let's look at this. In the year 2000, let's look at Surulere, let's look at Ikeja, let's look at Yaba. What's the rental value? Let's look at Magodo. What's the rental value of properties in those axes in the year 2000? Now that same house, let's come to year 2003, and let's now look at the current rental value of that house. Then look at the value in dollar, then look at the value in dollar now. You still see that those that own that property are still making money. And that's because they have held that property and collected cash flow from that property for 23 years also. So it's a long term, regardless of the model you pick. Either it's land banking, is rental, is short let. You are doing it for the long term, because as at now, at least between now and the next 5 years, the fluctuations in the exchange market will continuously be affecting either your profits or your cash flow. But the moment that you hit year 12 or you hit year 15, your cash flow or your profits become immune to whatever the exchange rate has become. But at that time, your property start matching up the purchasing value of whatever the naira or the dollar is at that period of time. So if anybody is telling you you can invest here and then make 100% profit within 1 year, make 100% profit within 2 years, and you go and put your money there, and you're not earning in naira, you are earning in dollars or you are earning in pounds, you are Oyo. And thankfully, I saved some investors that almost jumped into that trap last year. So, and that's why I will continue keep clamoring it. You can save your money in dollars, you can have it, you can have your cash in dollars, you can have your cash in pounds, no problem, absolutely no problem about that. But it's not a long-term strategy. People that are abroad as at year 2000, they were abroad as at year 2000, earning well in dollars as at year 2000. When they come into Nigeria at year 2003, a lot of them, they exclaim. When they look at the cost of living, they are shocked. Because they're looking at it that as year 2000, this thing was so amount now. Whereas now, 2023, those values, you want to roof a house, you want to do tile, you want to do borehole. Look at the cost in year 2000, look at the cost now. You want to build a house, look at the cost in year 2000, look at the cost now. So all these things, they are always going to mash up. In the short term, within 1 year, you can look at it that, okay, this property that I even bought last year, assuming I'm buying it now, I will be paying less in dollars. This land that I bought last year, assuming I'm buying it now, I will be paying less in pounds. True, 100%, you are correct. You are right. But in 20 years' time, will it still be the same rate in pounds that property will be, even after you exchange the money in naira? In 23 years time, will it be that same rate that property will be, even if you exchange the money in dollars? No, you still make profits. Some people bought Lekki year 2000, bought Lekki 500k, Ikate 250,000 year 2000. Year 2023, that land now 100 million, 150 million, 170 million. Convert it in dollar, convert it to dollar here. They are still making profits. So it's a long-term game, and that's why the money that you should be putting into our real estate here should be your spare funds. It should not be emergency funds at all. Particularly if you know that you are going to need the emergency funds in dollar or in pounds, don't put it here. So, but funds that you know that, oh, okay, I have these 20,000 pounds, I have these 15,000 pounds, okay, let me put it here, 10 years, let me put it here, 12 years. I have these $100,000, I have this $80,000, I have this $70,000, okay, let me put it here, 12 years, 15 years. Because if you like, save in dollar, because it's 1,200 now, and you are projecting that it become 2,000 or become 1,500. In 3 years time, all the value, purchasing value of everything would have matched up to that money too. That's the truth. And everybody that is producing markets here, or that is producing things here, they will start jacking up their value for you. Particularly, okay, developers are very smart. They know that a lot of you guys are buying our properties, you are abroad. So when I look at the value of dollar now, they look at it that okay, so if they just pack $10,000, it's also amount. Then they jack up the value of their property to match up that $10,000 that you have. They jack up the value of their houses, their apartments to $500,000, $200,000, $300,000, because they know that you guys have the money. that's the truth. So the purchasing value of your money will always continuously be affected. You can quote me that I'm the first person that say it. In 3 to 5 years time, $1 million house in Lagos will be a norm. That house is $1 million. It will be a norm. It will be plenty. People will be bidding it everywhere. 5 years time. So that's just it. So don't always look at the numeric value of your money that if I change my $1 is 1,200 naira. You should always look at in 10 years time, in 5 years time, will I still be able to buy the same thing with this money? If I even change it to naira, will I still be able to buy the same thing? If I change it to naira, will I still be able to achieve the same thing? So that's what you really have to be looking at. So I know you guys will have your perspective, you have your opinions, and that's why I always also advise about compounding. As you are collecting your rent, put it in real estate. As you are collecting money from your short let, put it in real estate. As you are selling one land, put that money in another land also. So you are compounding that profit. People that are collecting rent in year 2000, let's say they are even collecting rent of, let's say, how much? Let's say they are collecting rent of 2,000 naira. 2,000 naira in year 2000. They are collecting rent of 2,000 naira in year 2000 naira per annum. So let's now assume that this person, as he's collecting this 2,000 naira rent, is buying a land with 2,000 naira. He's buying a land, 2,000 naira, buying a land. So he bought a land down to year 2010. So the person have 10 lands. So a land that you buy at 2,000 naira in year 2000, how much do you think the land will be worth in year 2023? And remember, this 2,000 naira that he is using to buy land is not even from his end income. It's from his passive income. So if you had these 10 plots, you had the value of these 10 plots, you add it to the value of the asset itself, that's the property itself that is yielding that rent. So that return have gone beyond whatever this exchange rate is talking. You have to compound. No two ways about it. You just have to compound and then invest for long term, basically. If you are not, you get disappointed, you get heartbroken, and then you feel it's a bad investment. It's not a bad investment. You just don't understand the strategy behind it. A lot of people here, a lot of people abroad, they become richer both in dollars and in pounds by investing in real estate here. Yet does it become richer in dollars? Yes, does it become richer in pounds? So you can't do. It's all about putting the right strategy in place. That's the truth. If you put the right strategy in place, you start investing in 2020 or 2021 or 2023. By the time you give it another 10 years, another 15 years, another 20 years, as you are earning, you are compounding. As you are earning, you are compounding. As you are earning, you are compounding. You are holding, leaving it on long term. Whatever the exchange rate is at that time, either it gets better, it gets worse, it gets whatever, you are going to realize that your investments have become immune. There are a lot of people that own property in Lagos here. Their investments have become immune to the exchange rates. Whatever the exchange rate does again does not concern them. They are still making profits. So, and that's the level you also want to bring your investments up to. So, if you have questions for us and you have a different perspective based on what we have explained here, you can always drop a comment. You can drop a comment. Our comment is always open. We can share perspective. You can also talk to us about your own suggestion, your own model. I know some of you guys have been investing. Like I said, some of you guys have been investing while I was in primary school. So you can tell us about your own model, what you do, how you've been able to invest and become immune to the exchange rates. And as I said before, don't always look at the numeric value of your money. That you owed £1,000 and that's 1.2 million. Don't always look at this numeric value. You must continuously be looking at the purchasing value of this money. What can this money buy? Can I buy the same thing as I can buy last year with this same money? Can I buy the same thing I can buy 2 years ago with this same money? Can I buy the same thing I can buy 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago with this same money? Is a no. Saving in dollars is short term. It's never long term. If you want to save for long term, you have to put that money in real estate. No two ways about it. Absolutely no two ways about it. So you can tell us your opinion and you can share your perspective with us. And I will definitely respond to your comments. I know you guys are very brilliant, intelligent guys, financial experts, and you can look at different models and eventually get the best model that can make you become immune to investing here in Nigeria. So I see me, one property guy on the planet, your property advisor, property consultant, Rabi Mustafa. Thanks for watching our video and see you next time.